It appears the consensus is in that Borderlands sucks. Now, truth be told, I had no idea that there was even a Borderlands movie coming out. I mean, can you guys tell me if you remember seeing a trailer, hearing anything about it? I had no idea that this thing existed until it existed and it was failing, and I see it through all the YouTuber commentators such as myself talking about just what a dismal, utter disgrace this has become. You know, they go on here to say that the box office in August has been a real mixed bag of performances for Sony. Drama It Ends With Us, which soared through impressive numbers, yet fails to get off the blocks for a long-awaited adaptation to the Borderlands video game movie by Lionsgate. Well, let's just start off that as soon as you say you're going to adapt a video game into a movie, most people do the facepalm. And why is that? Because most video game movies suck hard. In fact, I would go as far as to say all video game movies suck hard. And if there isn't one, I would like to know what that is down in the comment section below. Tell me, what is actually a really good video game movie, and we'll see if our intellect is on the same level. The sci-fi comedy directed by Eli Roth and starring Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, and Jack Black could scrape up only $4 million from its 3,000 locations in opening weekend, pointing towards a disappointing start to what was to be a major franchise. Well, look, you're trying to run, at the same time period as Deadpool and Wolverine. And you're also running in a time period where movies just aren't that popular anymore. Well, what about Deadpool Wolverine? You just brought it up. Yeah, but that's an anomaly. That's an event, right? Like, just going to see a movie now isn't worth the price of admission and the popcorn and the travel and the time and all the bullshit that you got to sort of put up while you're there. Most people now have big screen TVs, nice sound systems. They'll wait. They have no problem waiting and watching it for free or on their subscription services down the road. In order to get people into the movie theaters now, it has to be not just a movie, but an event. Okay, so big that you can't wait to go because you're going to be spoiled. That is what Deadpool and Wolverine was. Borderlands, could give a shit. I played the video game a little bit. It's okay. Nothing too fascinating. Just a loot and grab game. Well, they go on to say here that an IMAX and premium large format bump has at least been enough to project that the Borderlands movie will debut at the box office weekend with a take of below $10 million, but probably not much higher than that. It's a number that would be fine on a $40 million budget movie, but it is barely acceptable with the movie's announced spending of $115 million. $1 million. Reception for this film has been anticipated to be poor for a relatively protracted period since its theatrical release commenced over 3 years since principal photography began. Well, it's kind of like the Black Widow movie. It was a little bit too little and too late. She was already dead. No one cared. While Barbie has been performing as expected, Oppenheimer has been struggling a bit. And Borderlands has been the worst of this summer's wide releases, even with fans of the game series trashing it. Yeah, because we're the most critical of the bunch. We're the people that play the video games, and you need to impress us. And if you can't impress us, well, I think your video game movie's in trouble, right? Because that's who you make it for, right? It's the fans. The film scored a worrisome D+ grade on CinemaScore. Like, who gives a fuck about that? But it's still not a great sign, which doesn't brighten its box office prospects at all. Yeah, I mean, no one gives a shit about this. I mean, look, it looks like you got Wally hanging out with Jamie Lee Curtis with Bunny Girl. I mean, who really gives a shit? The financial risk has been somewhat mitigated by Lionsgate, with almost 60% of the Borderlands production costs covered by international pre-sales. The film will not, though, recover its budget from its theater releases alone with this poor domestic showing. In addition to such stars as Jamie Lee Curtis and Ariana Greenblatt, which I'm sure I fucked up, compromising the cast, audiences have not been found to flock to the box office in droves. Yeah, because they don't go in droves for anything anymore, unless, like I said, it's an event like a Deadpool and Wolverine. further complicating the future outlook of the film. Not just the film, all films. I think you're going to see less and less big releases in the theater because they're all failing. They're all treading water and drowning. You know, few exceptions, very few exceptions. Deadpool and Wolverine's in its third weekend, strong at the box office. Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman's movie took over another $15.6 million on Friday. They moved closer to that 500,000 domestic total mark, or 500. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It says $500. Is that 500 million? 500,000? Guys, you can type this, but you got to make it make sense. The R-rated action comedy is now, of course, to become one of the very few films to pass $1 billion globally, making it one of the biggest hits of the year. Not just one of the biggest hits of the year, one of the biggest hits ever. Not too many films get to that $1 billion mark, right? Deadpool and Wolverine, of course, on track to do that. We'll see what happens. There's other movies that are out there that are kind of doing well. Thriller's doing okay. You know, Despicable Me 4 is out there. But, again, it's not Deadpool Wolverine, right? That's what everyone's talking about. No one gives a shit about this fucking Borderlands movie. And I'll watch it, but I'll wait, just like everyone else is going to wait. I'm going to wait till it's free and watch it on a streaming service at some point in the comfort of my own home when I feel like it. Pause it when I want. Keep it on in the background. This movie, quite honestly, doesn't, like even the title image here, does not scream, come see me right away. Just no one cares. Just no one cares. But if you care, I would like to know. Let me know down in the comments section below if you plan on going to see this Borderlands movie, Cate Blanchett. If you like it, let me know. Tell me what the best part is. Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why I need to go see it right meow. And while you do that, also remember that Savage Sin 2, my comic book, which probably is a better story than this, is coming to Kickstarter in a week or two from the time of this video drops. So keep an eye out for that, of course. You know, stay tuned to this channel. We'll be talking all kinds of crap coming up, including my comic.